Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us once again on this Discipline Therapy Thursday for your Discipline Therapy podcast with your two amazing and incredible hosts, Suhey Sotomayor, and with me always, Mr. E.L. Discipline, cleaning off the table. How are you, sir?
And for the people that's just listening to this, you have to tell them what I was doing now.
Before we start, because you know my mind doesn't work all the time correctly, so I'm gonna clear the energy. I missed the first time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Discipline Therapy Thursday, like Suhey mentioned. And y'all know what that means. Y'all are
Mm-mm.
fiends. So we're serving you your dose weekly of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See, if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee. It's free. What else is free is it's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or roll a blunt. But the main thing is make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
We're
Here. You
here.
were off. I saw you at the corner of my eye trying to do what I do.
I always try. I always say I'm going to do that, and then I forget.
Hmm.
All right. So we have episode 67: healthy conversations, accountability, understanding, and acceptance in a
Okay.
relationship.
Okay.
And you know what else we have?
What?
We have a caller on the line.
All right.
All right. Hello, caller.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Is it too low?
Hello. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Is that a good level?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hello, caller. How are you? Thank you for joining us on the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
Hi.
Would you like to state your name or remain anonymous?
I'd like to remain anonymous.
All right.
Okay. Cool. All right. We're going to get into it.
All right. We're jumping right in. The topic today is.
Sorry to cut you off. I love anonymous callers.
I was going to say the same thing because they go in.
Yeah.
That's why I like it too. I was like, yeah. All right. So the topic is healthy conversations, accountability, understanding, and acceptance in a relationship. All right. When we have
Okay.
some bullets, we're just going to ask you, we're going to read the bullets and get your thoughts on it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Would you mind if I ask you, since this is about a relationship, are you in a relationship? What's your marital status? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh no, I'm married but separated.
Okay. All right. Now, the first bullet, straight off the rip. Should couples tell each other everything about their past relationships? That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay.
I believe they should. Yes, I think they should.
Why?
Because sometimes you could determine how that person's character is by how he treated his or her previous relationship.
That's true. Is that something that you do you put that forth, like when you're speaking to someone, you're getting to know them, like, all right, we need to be completely honest with each other. I'll tell you and you tell me. Or have you found it hard, like with a past boyfriend or a relationship where they don't want to, divulge everything?
Um, I I haven't had an issue with anything like that.
Oh, that's
Most
good.
of the time, yeah, most of the time it will just pop up, in a conversation. Like if we're talking about an issue someone else is experiencing, and then I'll ask what his take on that is, and then I'll go into, okay, well, what did you do in the past for me? How did you handle it?
Oh, that's good. The next bullet is learning each other's love language will help you tremendously in a relationship. Do you know what your love language is? I'm in your mind.
Yeah, my love language is gifts,
Giving or receiving?
receiving.
See, me and you would be perfect for each other because I like giving. So you'd be like,
Oh,
oh.
okay.
I'm saying if that was a thing. Just saying. And when you get in, is that something that you've always known, like what your love language is, or is that something that you've learned like later on in life?
I've always been this way, because my father spoiled me,
Oh,
so he kind of set the tone for any
oh boy.
future person.
I was about to ask you, are you spoiled?
Yes, I am.
Um,
Admitting is the first step, you
that's
know?
right. And do you ask like your significant other, like do you try to get to know what their do they even know what their love language is?
Um, Most of the time, they don't tell me. They don't tell me what their love language is. I don't know if it's because they're not sure, because a lot of people don't realize what their love
Yeah.
language
I
is.
yeah, I was gonna say that. I didn't learn mine until what, like 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Um,
Mm.
and if one person in the relationship is the type that likes to talk out their problems, right? Right then and there. And the other person is the type that needs to cool down before continuing the conversation. What what do you think um how do you, which person are you in the relationship? Do you want to talk things out right away or do you want to cool down first?
I have to cool down first.
Yeah.
Right away, I don't want to even see anybody. If I'm that upset, it's better to just leave me alone. And then eventually I'll come back and then I'll talk. But right off the bat, I would have to be left alone.
Do you think there's a right or wrong way to be? Because I'm like you. I need my time to calm myself, collect my thoughts, and then we'll
Mhm.
go into it. But I have like my daughter is very the opposite. And she's like, no, there's a problem. Let's fix it right now.
Right.
So do you feel like there's one way is better than the other, or not really?
Um, Not really. It depends on the person, because I feel that sometimes, the person that needs to talk right away, that can kind of create a problem for the one who wants to be left alone. Because the one who wants to be left alone doesn't want to say anything that they can't take back.
Right. So what do you think they should do? Like a couple like that, because that's kind of hard. If you have
Um,
one that really like is on your back, like no, we need to talk. No, we need to talk. No, we need to talk. And the other person's like, you need
right.
to really give me my space. What do you think they should? How maybe we should bring Mr. Eel Discipline on in on this question. What do you think about that one?
Say it again.
What do you think? How do you think a couple like that, one person likes to deal with the issue right then and there, but the other person needs their time to kind of calm down, like the caller said, because they don't want to say something that they can't take back now. How do you think that couple should proceed?
The caller said that she believes couples should tell each other everything.
Yes.
She says that she loves to receive gifts. That's a love language of hers. She admitted that she's spoiled. She said that she needs to cool down first before she talks. Now, here's the thing. If couples should tell everything to each other, if something is bothering you and you need to cool down first before you talk about it, that could take a week. That could take a couple of days to cool down, just
I guess it,
hypothetically.
it depends on what it was, like how
Right.
big the
Yeah.
infraction is, right?
So that may be misconstrued as on the receiving end, she's not being open. She's not talking.
Mm,
Now,
Right.
this takes a lot of putting your pride aside and ego. When someone you ask me the question of um the person that doesn't want to talk right away and the other one that does,
right.
that takes a lot of practicing emotional intelligence. It takes a lot of putting your pride and ego aside to talk about it.
For the
It
person that wants to wait, you're saying, or for
yes.
okay,
If you know that your partner like that, for example, me, the life I live, who I am, the character that I have, I want to know everything. I'm open with my partners or partner, and I want the same thing in return. Now, if she's going through shit and she's like, I need to calm down, do what I need to do. Okay, take what you need to do right now. You need to go to the bathroom, go to the corner, do whatever you need to do. But we're talking about it today.
mm,
We're not waiting tomorrow. We're not waiting a week.
that's fair.
We're talking about it
Right.
today.
That's fair.
Whereas some people
No,
may,
it is.
sorry,
No, it's fair.
Yeah,
I
it's fair.
agree.
whereas some people may look at it like most men are like this. oh, she's acting a certain way, she's yelling, she's this and that, they avoid it. It's laziness. They avoid it.
Yeah, they do.
So instead of them thinking, oh, let me nip this in the bud, I don't want to deal with drama. I don't want to deal with nagging. They avoid it.
Mm.
The irony is they shoot themselves in the foot
Yeah,
because
'cause
they
they
don't
never address
set the
it.
tone
Mm.
and stuff
Oh,
like
okay.
that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I believe that this could be like learned behavior.
Mhm.
This could be something that she could have gone through in the past that has made her this way. So it's about understanding each other, and the person on the receiving end who wants to know right away has to understand this about her.
Mm. Or
Remember,
him, right.
or him. So remember when I said, so he might know, let's say it's him, that she's the one that doesn't want to speak right away.
Okay.
He has to understand, okay, she's been through shit in the past. She's still working on herself. That's why he's giving her time to cool down. But he's still setting the standard of, we're going to talk about this today. We're not
Mm.
waiting till tomorrow. We're not going to bed angry. Shit like that.
Right,
He's
right.
setting that tone.
I
That's
mean,
how I look at it.
I totally see how that is fair. The person who likes to talk about it. I mean, I could see how both. The person who likes to talk about it right then and there should be respectful, but like you said, say we're going to address this at some point today. You need to
Mhm.
calm down. Okay, cuz I know if I was in that situation and I'm obviously the person that needs to calm down, okay, at least I can now prepare myself to calm myself down and get my words together because I know this conversation is coming sometime today.
Mhm.
So I do
Right.
agree
Right.
with that. It's pretty good there, Mr. Discipline. Um, Caller, you never hear about a lot of women taking accountability. It's always the man fucked up and he must make it up to her. But if the woman fucks up, she gets a pass. Do you agree with that?
Um, not really.
Ooh, okay, tell
Not
us why.
really. Because most of the time when women fuck up, people find the fault in women anyway. I feel like society blames women for a lot of issues, especially when it comes to men. So, yeah, I don't believe that. I believe most of the time the accountability falls on the woman. Oh, what was she not doing? Oh, she was this way, or she did this too much, or she didn't keep up with her appearance. I believe it always falls on the woman. I
Mm.
don't believe it falls on a man.
Do you feel like more men need to hold their women or their women accountable and let them know that it's not okay?
Yes,
Okay. Do you feel like a woman should do the same thing?
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So what do you feel like you did wrong in your last relationship?
Um, I wasn't too open with communication. I tend to be a very hard person to read, and that's something that I'm working on myself as well. And I didn't state what my expectations were from jump, and so I
Mm,
just settled for whatever I was given until I got fed up with it.
Mm,
okay.
okay.
That's a good answer. Um, the other next bullet is women need to stop trying to change men and project their thinking upon them.
I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But in all fairness, I feel women do that way more, but
Hmm.
definitely that there's some men that do that too.
Caller, I disagree with you earlier when you said um
About the women
women
get blamed more.
blame more. I
Really?
disagree. You're entitled to your own opinion, but I
Right.
disagree. And the reason I disagree is because it's facts and what we've seen in the public eye. We don't ever
Right.
hear about men and okay, we could look at statistics and all that. We could look at social media, celebrities, all of this stuff. We never see men talking about exes. And if they are, they're not looked upon as men. This is understandable for women to hold grudges, for women to complain, for women to be hormonal and emotional. But when men start complaining about exes and she did this, she did that, we never hear about it. Men just move on. Women, we always hear he cheated, he did this, he was that, I was in an abusive relationship. Now,
Mm.
it could have been abusive on both sides, but the man will never talk about it.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? There could be shit could be going on in a city near you where a man could be getting verbally abused, physically abused by a woman, but you'll never hear about it. It's more common for women to be going through this stuff. So that's why I don't agree. But like I said, you're entitled to your own opinion.
Right.
You know, yeah.
I
Okay.
feel as if like with men that are being abused, I think it's they feel ashamed to admit
Well,
that they were
yeah.
being
Well,
Mm-hmm.
cheated
because
on or
it's
no.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Because it's
No, it's
laughable. It's laughable. That's why. It's just like, for example, let's jump off topic. Sexual harassment. Sexual harassment goes on in the workplace. It could be a woman who's a CEO, who has a vice president who's a male. She sexually harasses him. But if a man was to go to HR or complain about it, it would be laughable. Like, come on, dude, just take the pussy. Like, what's wrong with you? You a man. Fuck her already. But if it
right,
was to,
depending on how the woman looks.
yeah,
That's true.
and depending on
You
the
don't want like the
person's,
crypt keeper.
and also depending on the person's mindset.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's laughable. You see what I'm saying? Whereas if it was flipped, it would be like, oh my God, no, we got to protect the women. These is why the laws are here to protect women. They have lesser genes. So there's a plethora of double standards in this world, and we just got to deal with it. But this is why I'm saying that, you know, it's like it's a double standard, but
It is,
it,
and I do agree with you. I don't mean to cut you off, but like you said, it is for the most part. A lot of people would tell the man like, "What? Why not?" Like even like let's say this is he has a hot boss, but he's married and he loves his wife, and she's still throwing it
that's
on
why I'm
him.
saying people
Yeah,
would say, why not? You see?
right. Why not? But why not? I'm married. I have a family. I don't want to sacrifice my integrity because she wants to threaten me or come with me on this trip or else you fired or I'm gonna tell your wife.
Yes, that's
Eh,
not believable.
You don't think that's believable with how women are now?
No. That's not believable. Yo, I'm faithful. I got a wife at home. Pussy's being thrown at me. That's not believable. Why? Because statistics only show us. Now, I believe women cheat more than men, but statistics show us men cheat more than women.
What-
So, women, in our ideology, we believe that men are weak to the pussy. We believe that men cheat all the time. So when a man is saying, no, I'm not going to do this, I got a wife at home, even though nobody's going to know, it's laughable. It's not believable. Especially if she's hot. He should take her down, right? In people's ideologies. Could be a man out there in a city near you thinking this way. Could be a woman out there in a city
What?
near you
Just take
thinking
it.
yes. You see
Mm.
what I'm saying? Because this is how we see things. We are traumatized. We are publicly by public disaster. We are traumatized. So when we see this, the common thing, a phrase or expression is men cheat.
Mm.
We don't hear women cheat. We always hear men ain't shit. We always hear men cheat.
Mm.
So a man who's being faithful, he ain't getting rewards for that because men are born polyamorous. This is people's ideologies.
Mm.
So it's kind of laughable, just like the sexual harassment thing. Why is he going to complain? It's laughable. It's almost like Peter that cried wolf.
I mean, it's laughable if it, like you said, a good looking woman, or I'm sorry, how the caller said it depends
Yeah,
on what she
because
looks
then
like.
you may be viewed as non-heterosexual. You go the other way.
Mm.
You see?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's a lose-lose situation.
No, it is. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going off topic. I'm going in. Sorry about that. Let's keep going.
All right. Do you feel like more women than men will lie on the application, meaning, they meet a guy?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did she answer the last bullet of
I'm still trying to
women need
because
to,
I can't. You want to
okay.
read it?
Women need to stop trying to change men and project their thinking upon men. This is the acceptable part that we talk about. I feel like most
Right.
women, not all, already go into the relationship with a man not accepting who he is or what he does. It's sneaky. They believe once I get him, he will change. And once he loves me, he will change or give this up or stop being a type of way. When he doesn't, these women see their plan didn't work and it might lead to an ultimatum. For example, when are we going to get married? It's been 2 years already. You keep doing the same shit. Oh, you don't love me. You say you was going to change. You don't love me. Those are just examples. Do you believe this?
Yes.
Wait, if he said he's gonna change, then why isn't he changing?
Well, in there it doesn't say he says that.
No, you said it. You said that the girl said you said you were gonna change. Why?
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, right. Then it's his
fault
fault.
now.
But women have to understand that men are lying.
So it's okay.
No, it's not okay. Men have to take accountability.
Yes.
Women have to
Right.
understand that men are lying when they say they're gonna change for you. No man changes for you. A man changes for himself, and the bonus is you like it.
Interesting.
A man can be like, sorry, say it again,
No,
Cole.
I was saying I agree.
A man can say, baby, I'ma stop doing this stuff. I'ma stop flirting because you don't like that.
Okay.
He ain't really changing because he'll do it behind your back.
Oh yeah. Well, that's true.
He ain't really changing. A man changes for himself. And then once he changes for himself, it's the bonus if the woman likes that or not.
Caller, have you ever
Mo-
like said that to like a guy that you got with?
No, because the way I am, I see the person for who he is right now. Some women tend to try to fall in love with the potential.
Mm,
If this man is a cheater or a liar or whatever, that's who he is. He's not going to change for me.
okay.
He'll change for himself. So I've never given anyone that ultimatum. I just see them for who they were at that moment and accepted who they were, at that moment, not who they may be down the line.
And then you decided if you wanted to
Continue.
involve
Correct.
with him or not.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
That's
But a
good.
lot of men are not letting you know this straight up.
I was gonna say that.
Most men are patient wolves.
Yeah, most men are patient wolves, and most women lie on the application.
Now, caller, why do you think most men are patient wolves? You can answer, and then I'm gonna tell you the real answer.
Because they already know what the woman's intentions are from the jump, and they base how they act towards that woman based off of what they know based off of what they know. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. So I believe that they are patient wolves because they already know what the woman's intentions are from the jump, but the woman doesn't really know what the man's intention is from the jump.
I agree with you. I agree with you, and you are partially correct. Now I'm gonna give you. Now I'm gonna give you the rest. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Men are patient wolves because honesty's not rewarded. Bars. Bars.
Mic drop.
Honesty's not rewarded. Now, I'm gonna keep it frank with you. I'm a straight shooter like Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. But I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say my honesty has always been rewarded. But it didn't change my character. It didn't change how I move to the next chick. Because I know there's plenty of efficiency. Most men have a scarcity mindset. They're a patient wolf because they know honesty is not rewarded. If a man walks up to you and says, listen, baby, I don't see anything really going anywhere. I talked to a couple of girls and I just want to have sex. That might not always be rewarded. Listen, I got a woman at home. She's a fiance. I just want to have sex. I'm spending this money on you. Eventually, I want the panties. That's not always rewarded. The woman might, not be emotionally intelligent. She might not think that way. She might say, hey, you think I'm a slut or something? I'm not sleeping with you the first night. I'm not giving you these panties just because you're paying for dinner and giving me your time and stuff.
Or even, I'm not a homewrecker.
Yes. So because men know this And we could talk about people, but we don't like to name drop. We could talk about people that was giving away male secrets and stuff, being beta, guy code and stuff, breaking guy code and stuff, and pandering to women. Meanwhile, you see what I'm saying? You see? So
Right.
these men know this. These men know this, and this is the game. This is the game that these men know that these men run. If I play the game as much as I could get it, because the goal is the panties, the goal is sex. After that, then I can be the wolf, or maybe keep playing the wolf, the patient wolf, until I get caught.
Do you think
Right.
that ever changes for a man? Like to in that way of thinking?
Like being straightforward instead of being the other way?
Yeah.
No, because you look at results. If he's knocking
Yeah.
women down all the time and it's working for him, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
Most men have a scarcity mindset. He's not confident. If I tell her the truth, she's gonna run away. And she could be the best chick. I've been searching for this girl my whole life. Best looking girl ever. Everybody wants her.
So because of that, he'll just keep lying then.
Yes.
Oh, okay, got you. All right.
Most men are not going into relationships saying, baby, you gonna get the best because I'm the table. You're gonna get the best here. Most men are not going into relationships thinking that way, or even courtships thinking that way.
Because they're beta?
Yes.
Okay.
They don't have an abundance mindset. They have a scarcity one. So they don't go into the dating aspect or the courtship thinking you're gonna get a king, you're gonna get the best here. If you don't take me for my honesty or my character or whatever it is, you're the one losing out. Men don't think this way. A lot of men have a happy wife, happy life mindset, not a happy spouse, happy house.
That's true.
That's true.
Caller, do you feel like women think their partners should love in the same way that they do? Like, you know,
Yes.
okay, can you give me like an example?
Because we're
Wait. Say it again.
we're supposed to be loving and whatnot, and they expect their man to be nurturing the same way as they are, when men are not like that.
Can you
Men love
repeat just
different.
the beginning part of what you said?
You said women should love. Wait, say it again.
Because women believe that a man should love the same way she loves.
And you believe that?
Men, I believe that, but I don't think men love the same way as women.
But you think that they should?
Should no.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because men are just men. Like, I don't want to change a man for for what he is. If I don't even know how to explain myself.
No, you're good. Keep going.
But yeah, like, women are nurtured. We love differently from a man.
That's very true.
Okay.
So no, I don't expect them to love the same way I love.
Okay.
Do you want to read that one? Because that's you.
I don't believe in screaming at each other. I believe in articulating, and this is when having education comes in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, education does not correlate with intelligence. I don't care how many books you read. I don't care how many degrees you have. It doesn't correlate with common sense. So when I say education, this does not mean, schooling or anything like that. Now, if you as a woman are dealing with a stubborn man who doesn't want to see your views, doesn't respect your views at all, then you need to shut up and know your place and leave. Don't change him. You chose him and you chose to be with him.
Right.
So let me ask you on that, Mr. Discipline. You don't feel that the man should do any changing at all, even if they're wrong?
I said earlier, a man's not going to change for you. He's going to change for the betterment of himself. And if he feels like that's going to be beneficial to the relationship, then it's
Then
going to be
he
a
will.
bonus for her.
Okay.
But a man telling you, baby, I'm going to change for you, he's lying. He is lying. I don't care what type of man this is. He could be a priest, a reverend, the most faithful man ever that you guys think of or research, or most honest man. Because in research, they say these are the most honest men.
So
men of God. These men are still lying. They're just saying that to shut her up. Oh, I love her, so I should be this way. Could be brainwashing themselves to be, this part of being a good husband, this being a good boyfriend, this being a good man. They're brainwashing themselves. They don't believe it themselves. A man changes for himself and the betterment of himself and his life. And he feels like, yo, I got to change this way because my kids are going to be effective because of this. I got to change this way because I got to lead by example. He's not changing for you. When he starts saying I'm changing for you, it's a beta mentality.
Okay.
It's not real.
That's true. All right. Well, I think that when people yell and scream at each other, it's because they never learned how to acknowledge and deal with these negative emotions.
Yeah. So, caller, have you ever dealt with like arguments, and have you been in a circumstance?
Yes.
Okay.
I have.
Were you
a screamer?
Were
Are you
you
a screamer?
Yeah.
I'm not typically a screamer, but if I am a screamer, it's because the man doesn't want to leave me alone. Like I said, if I'm upset, leave me alone for right now, and then I'll come back and I'll speak. But if you're forcing me to speak to you right there and then when my emotions are like out the roof, I'm going to yell.
Oh shit.
What sign
I thought
are
she
you?
was gonna say, I'm not a screamer, but I am in bed. My mind's
Your
always
mind is somewhere
in
else,
the gutter.
man. Jesus.
My mind's always in the gutter.
I'm sorry,
Scorpio.
caller. I'm sorry, caller.
Scorpio shit.
That's okay.
Scorpio shit. My apologies.
I am a sad.
Yeah, I would see. That was my question to her. I was like, "What sign are you?" Sagittarius.
I'm a Sagittarius.
All right.
So what were you gonna say?
About what?
You were gonna ask her something?
I don't know now.
Oh, so when you were
like
when you screamed or whatever, did you come back and say, "Listen, I'm sorry"?
Oh, that's a good one.
Take accountability.
No.
She said no.
No, because I already told him. The thing is that I tell people who I am from the jump. I'm a person to read. I don't like to argue. I don't like conflict. I am an introvert. So if you force me to be something that I'm not, I get upset.
Okay.
Are you comfortable being an introvert? Like, is that something that you're working on, or you're happy with that?
I'm working on it because it's hard. It's hard.
It is hard.
Conversations scare me sometimes. So it's something I've been working on recently, actually.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Trying.
That's awesome because listen, there are people that know what where they fuck up, what their toxicity is. They know it and they still won't want to change. They're like, fuck it, I'll just leave it like this and see what it is. To have, for somebody to realize and recognize the things that maybe isn't bad, but they want to better about themselves. That's awesome. And kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. When you get with somebody, do you always do you try to understand them, learn them, their little idiosyncrasies and all that as you grow with them, or like how do you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I tend to study who I like, whether they know it or not.
I was gonna ask that. You're in my mind, girl. You're in my mind.
Women do that. Women do that often.
I was gonna say, do you do it like behind the closed, behind the scenes?
Yeah, they don't know. Or or I may ask them certain questions, and they're thinking I'm asking just to ask, but I'm asking to learn that person. And
so you're taking
to find out if that's to find out if that's who I want to spend my time with or want to be with.
That's good. Well, now good that you're anonymous, because if you did, they're like, "Ooh, she's taking notes on us. Watch it, watch her." Oh, you were fun having on the show. I liked it.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Hopefully, we'll get you back on another topic.
Okay.
Maybe you won't be anonymous for that one. I don't know. We'll see. Because we have some crazy topics. You know
Well,
how
I'm
it
still
goes.
an introvert, so yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye bye.
All right, so we don't have to go through all the bullets.
Okay.
Just talk about ones that kind of trigger you.
Okay. You know what? I do want to go back to the yelling and screaming
Okay.
because I am not now, but I'm trying not to be now. For the most part,
Mm,
I'm not now.
mm,
But I mean, if I'm really, really stressed and something that I'm expecting to go one way goes left and it's important, then I can become a screamer again. But back in the days, holy crap, I would turn colors from yelling.
mm,
And it's like my sister, I have an older sister who does not. She's the complete opposite of me. So even like I'm a yeller. Well, I was a yeller in any situation, not just with in a romantic relationship or with a boyfriend, but like in anything. If I'm with a stranger and we're going at it, I'm yelling. So
okay.
with my sister, the same thing. If we were getting into a fight, I'd be yelling, and she would sit back and just look at me calm and have a little laugh, like, look at you, you look crazy right now.
Mm.
That would set me even more off. But I'm learning, just like the caller, I'm learning.
Getting in the BDSM lifestyle, I've changed a lot.
Were you a yeller?
No, I was always an introvert.
Oh.
Being a Scorpio, very young, always an introvert. But when I would yell, it would be brief. Let's say, for example, because in The Seduction of Discipline, my first book, I wrote chapter 3 substandards. Now, why? How do I know these different subs? Because I've dealt with them. People out there might ask, "Oh, how do you know all this information?" Most of it is from experience. That book is informative, and it's also an autobiography pertaining to the lifestyle of BDSM.
You guys should get that.
So
Very interesting.
the thing is, I've dealt with brats. I've dealt with masochists. I've dealt with loud, aggressive women, whether they was Latina, Caribbean, white girls are not really like that unless they was hood.
Oh,
But
not loud, like rah rah.
yeah, but Latinas, Caribbean women, Black Latinas. So they would exhibit these behaviors, these egregious behaviors. And I would raise my voice as a form of establishing my dominance. It wasn't always. It was, I did it, and then they knew not to fuck with me again, and it never happened again. For example,
or raising your voice like, hey,
I'm going to give you an example.
Oh, okay. See how we work well together?
For example, we're going out to dinner. Could have been when I was like 19 years old. We're going out to dinner. I'm choosing this place. Oh, I don't want to go here. Well, we're going here now. This is what we're doing. And it would be, that's it. They would fall in line. But it wouldn't be a constant thing.
Right.
Like prolonged. Now, I've always had emotional intelligence before I even know the term emotional intelligence and what it meant. I was with the Dominican, mid-20s. She was always screaming. I would look at her, stare at her flatly. Are you done?
Wow.
You see? One of the things my late grandmother always taught me was never argue with your woman. Never argue with your woman, because at that moment you become to her level. Always show her that you're
in charge.
You're well, she didn't say it that way, but
pretty much that's what she's saying. You have to maintain that level.
Yes,
of where you
I was
want to
always
be.
taught to be the man, no matter what circumstance. Even if a woman made more money than you or whatever, you always be the man. So, I've always remembered that education, and I implement it in my day to day. So to me, it's like, I've had these women who had so much trauma that, I've had to deal with, heal, or whatever. And this was always me. I was always the non-confrontational guy. But I was also not that guy that is just gonna let shit slide. For example, I dated a woman who was Albanian.
Ooh.
I was like 27 or 28, I think. She was Albanian. She was like 35 or something. And she she was already like in an abusive relationship before me and stuff like that. So she was very aggressive. But I didn't see this side of her after the sex.
You didn't see that side?
Of her until after the
Oh,
sex.
until after the sex. Got you.
Yeah.
The
So
aggressive side you talking about.
yeah, because women put on a mask
Mhm.
too. Women put on a mask too. Men aren't just patient wolves. So now it could have been a situation where I was at work and this happened. True story. I was at work and she was calling me, and I didn't answer. Now the second time she called me, I pick up. Hey, I'm at work. Oh, why didn't you answer your phone? Oh, you with somebody right now? Da 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 da. I'm at work. You want me to give you the job number to see if I'm at work? Da da da. You're not texting. Then I texted you. Da, da, da. Yeah, all right. We'll talk later. Hung up.
Wow.
But because I'm at work, not
Right,
dealing with
right,
this
of
drama.
course.
After that, we had a conversation. Conversation of me verbally reprimanding her. She's trying to get over me or whatever. I hang up again. Yo, we're gonna meet. We met. We met. She didn't bring that energy in front of me because people talk shit in safe
Mhm.
places.
Like Twitter fingers.
All those big captions and stuff like that. Yeah, raise your voice in front of me. See if I won't grab you by your lips.
Oh my goodness.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Raise your voice in front of you, and you see what I'm saying? Like now do it in person. You see,
Yeah.
you can't do it in person. But like me, I don't promote violence, so I don't
Right.
want people to think, you know what I'm saying, like that. It's not like I've talked about this in shows prior. It's not okay to like punch a woman and
No, good
kick
Lord, no.
her and stuff like a dominant should not be doing that to a sub. There's ways to reprimand the woman.
Yeah.
I've locked a woman in the closet before.
Yeah,
You know,
said
I've
that on
made a
one of the other
woman
shows.
kneel in the corner. I've hung up on a woman, ignored a woman. You know what I'm saying? These are certain ways you can do it, even if she's like hitting you or whatever. Put her in the closet, you know, grab her by her hands, shake her up a little bit. You don't have to physically hit her
right.
like she's a man.
Yeah.
Because she's not a man. Even if she's trying to
That's
fight you like a man.
awful.
You see what I'm saying? I've put a clothespin on a woman's tongue. Talk shit now.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So there's certain ways you can
You have really good stories.
you could do things, but me, I've never been that guy that, oh, it's a yelling contest. You listen, the most powerful person in the room is usually the most calmest.
Quiet. Yeah.
So me, it's like you could yell rah rah and do all this stuff. I'm be looking at you like, are you taking medication now? Like, are you like, what's going on with you? Are you okay? This is not how we do this stuff. And then I set the law and I put you in your place. So you know this is not okay to behave this way. I put the woman in the closet. No, I knew she's scared of the dark. She was yelling and screaming, "You're not getting out of here." The moment you stop acting like you 5 years old, I will allow you to come out. Then we can have an adult conversation. Because I'm deaf to this stuff. I'm not familiar with this stuff. This is not how I live my life. This is not
Has it
how I
ever
was
gotten
taught.
under your skin seeing like one of your women behave that way? Like did it get you like,
Yes.
oh, you're so annoying?
Yes, because women know how to emasculate men with their words. Remember,
Yeah.
women are
We
more
are,
psychologically dominant than men. Men have
and we
bigger
can be nasty with our
men
tongue,
have
boy.
bigger brains, but women use it more efficiently. So
Mhm.
they know how to hit the right buttons to
Why do we do
if
that,
they know
women?
your
Why do we do that?
secrets, if they know your secrets, they know how to hit the certain right buttons
Yeah.
to get you or whatever.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So there's certain things. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Then we're gonna jump to the next thing.
Okay.
The same Dominican that I was with in my mid 25, and I always talk about her because she was like the only one that gave me problems. The most problems. She was always fighting to be submissive. She was a Scorpio. Scorpio women crave control.
But she wasn't a submissive. She was just a regular girlfriend.
She was submissive no, she wasn't a submissive, the noun. She was submissive adjective.
Right. But she wasn't one of your submissives.
No.
Got you.
But we were, we were together.
Right.
So now with her, we come home, we come from dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and she's pissed off for some reason. I don't remember why she was pissed off. But it could have been about BDSM because I was always trying to get her to get into the lifestyle. And I'm like, I have other subs. And if you were to be this way, maybe there wouldn't be so many.
Interesting.
Because I had longevity with her.
Mm-hmm.
So she, would fight me. And this is one of the things she said that got under my skin. You're not a king.
Mm-hmm.
You a hood nigga, and that's all you always gonna be. And you only good for dick.
Wow.
You got good dick, I'll admit it. But you only good for dick. And that's all you're gonna be able to offer a woman. Now, what did I do? Guess what I did in that circumstance? Being that you know me.
Wait. It depends. Were you were home from dinner already? You're saying, right?
Yeah.
You left?
Well, okay, I left, but I said things before that.
You didn't say what did you say? You said what did you do?
Okay. I left after. But
what did you say?
Can you guess? No.
I don't want to guess.
Okay, I'm gonna even impress you.
Oh, all right.
And I'm 35 now. This was when I was like 27 or something, 26.
You are 35.
I was playing chess with her. It got under my skin, but I didn't let her see me sweat.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was. Remember, I'm playing chess, so I already know what she's doing.
Okay.
So in my mind, I'm like, why are you fucking with me if you think I'm not a king? Why are you fucking with me if you think I'm just a hood nigga? You from the island. You from the island. You're not these chicks. You traditional. You from the island.
This is what you're thinking?
Yes.
Okay.
While she's saying all this stuff, I'm like, you're from the island. You're not like these other women in social media and going crazy and stuff like that. You are specific with the type of men you date. Morenos is something you rarely had. So there's something about me that attracts you even more than the hood shit. So I'm already knowing because I already know this knowledge.
Right.
So that's number one. Number two, I'm like, she's trying to play reverse psychology. She's trying to make me feel less of myself so I cannot have a lot of women. Listen, what she said, key words. This is me dissecting it all in my head while she's saying this. You can't offer a woman nothing but good dick. That means she's limiting me to women I'm going to get. Don't you know I could get a corporate chick, a hood chick? I get all these type of women because I have all these different masculinities in me and all these different hats that I wear. I could speak properly in an episode, and in another episode I sell real hood. So I'm not limited to certain women. She's trying to make me limited. I know this about me already. If people can tell you about yourself and they change you, you don't know about yourself. I already knew about myself. So now this is 3. See how I'm playing chess? Now I say to her, this is what I say to her as checkmate. You're entitled to your own opinion. You're fucking with me. You think this way, but I guarantee you 50 think differently. Ooh.
What did she do?
She was like, she couldn't contain herself. She started keep going and saying more things. Then I said, you know what? If I'm just this way, I'm going to eradicate the good dick. I'm going to eradicate all this stuff from you. What did she do as a Scorpio woman and sex is important to them? Oh, Poppy, please. Now she was groveling at my feet.
Oh, really? She changed her
tune? Let me suck your dick. I'm sorry.
My goodness.
I'm sorry. No. You could go home. I'm going to go home. My dick was hard as a missile.
Like at dinner and shit?
No. They're doing that argument.
Really?
My dick was hard as a missile. But guess what? I wasn't about to give her a reward.
I'm confused. I'm gonna have to ask you, how were you in that state when you're arguing with her? Was that at that point in your life, being younger, like in your mid-20s, was that a turn on, having that kind of at that point? Yeah. Okay. No, then that makes sense.
With her, we had a lot of that makeup,
that
breakup,
toxic sex. Well, you said you have toxic sex anyway, but that was really because it was a toxic relationship.
Toxic
sex. Yeah. Everything about it was toxic. Those are fun.
Now I have healthy. Now I have healthy relationships. Toxic sex. Oxymoron. You know what I'm saying? But To me, they could go to season 5 premiere Damaged.
Go there.
But to me, it's like my dick was hard as a missile. You know, I could have gave in, but
She would
what
have won.
she would have won.
And in her mind, she would have said, I won.
Sex is about power, and the greater sex, the more power. So she would have won. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna get rewards for being disrespectful. You're not gonna get rewards for the stuff that you just said. This is how you really think. Get a person mad. This is how they think about you.
Or
That
drunk.
was slowly, you know,
building and she let it go.
building to the point where I was disconnecting when I was breaking up with her.
Did you break
She
up
was
that
one
day?
of the she was one of the women. No, she was one of the women that was like, "Oh, I'm not going anywhere."
Let me ask you about that. One of those women. Do you think she lied on the application with you because she knew about the other women, right? About your subs. She was not one of your subs. She was submissive to you
Yeah.
because that's how she is. She
Yeah.
says, right? I'm assuming.
Mm.
But do you think that she lied on the application to get with you, saying, "Yeah, I'm cool with that"?
Yeah. At some point, she was like, you know, you could have BDSM sex with them and give me regular. I was like, no, I don't engage in regular. You could give us all dick. At some point, she was saying that.
But then at other times, she would get mad at that same
Yes.
fact.
Yes.
Okay. So do you feel like she's a perfect example of when women want you to love them on in their way,
Their terms.
on their terms?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the projecting their insecurities, their love language, and how they feel upon you.
Yeah. Well,
Because women don't care to understand men. They just think men should do things and know things.
Yes.
They don't care.
Yes, that's very
You know what I'm saying? And men are not using their brain efficiently to really understand women.
right.
They just want sex from women. Like that's the main goal for a lot of men.
Right. To have
How
sex,
many
have
men-
somebody cook for them.
How many men, yeah, take care
Right,
of them
take
and
care of
stuff
them.
and stuff like be submissive. How many men in this generation do you know in this technology-based social media conditioning generation that you know that's gonna say, yo, I'm attracted to your mind. I want to get to know you more.
Only
Study you and stuff like that. No,
I only
not a
know
lot
one
of
man.
men. You
That'll
see,
be-
you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So I
So-
also believe that women, and it's like you said, like women, it's not that I don't think that they don't want to know about the men, because I think that they do. They want to know how their man is thinking.
Oh, sorry. Most women, not all.
Oh, okay.
Most women.
Right. But I do believe that I think all women do that, like project how they feel like you need to love them, because they're like, well, I love him like this. Why isn't he loving me back? But I think it's not because they don't want to know, the inner workings of that man. It's just because that's like a learned type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, no, I used to do that too. Like if I'm gonna, cook for you, why can't you wash the dishes? That would show me that you love me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because women go into relationships 50-50. They believe in they don't believe in gender roles. They don't believe men and women are different. They believe we're equal. We're like it's a human race. You see what I'm saying?
We're all the same.
Like I'm a humanist, they might say.
Yes,
I'm not
I've heard that,
like a
humanist.
woman might say, I'm not a feminist, I'm a humanist.
Humanist,
It's like she's trying to downgrade the word so it's more acceptable.
Like water it down.
Yes, but you're a feminist.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's women out there who are feminists in disguise and they don't even realize it.
Okay.
Because there's no middle ground. You're either traditional and think this like men and women aren't equal, or you're a feminist. And you could be a male too, because there are male feminists.
Yes.
So if you're a man and you
Chappelle.
think this way, if you're a man and you think relationships are 50-50, and you think about equality and stuff like that with men and women, you're a male feminist.
But I feel like some male feminists like really hold it to what that is, right? So if you want to be equal and 50-50 to men, then do the same type of work. Do the same type of everything. Or do exactly what the man can do. Like I know we don't like to name drop, but we like him, Dave Chappelle. His last show, the way he even explained it, what the meaning is, he was like, I'm a freaking feminist because I believe that everything should be equal to the T.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But
yeah. I don't believe that.
No, I know you don't believe that.
You know, women will always be limited to what men can do. Jobs, emotions, making decisions, leading a group of people. Women will always be limited because they're women, and there's hormones they cannot control.
That's true.
I don't care if the most butch woman, stud, whatever. These emotions control them.
Yeah, that's true. That's the
Women
one
are
thing.
emotionally driven. They lead by emotions. They base most of their decisions off emotion. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I said this in the Men Lead, Women Follow. A woman will lead a group of people. She'll look for nonverbal signs to see if her decision is okay. That's emotions. A man is gonna be like, I'm making this decision, and he's not thinking of it. Let me give you an example. Let me give you another example. Let's say, for example, I run a store.
Okay.
I run a store and I have employees. I'm friends with all of them. One of them is stealing and I know it. I'm firing them.
That's interesting.
You see what I'm saying? I see this shit on the camera. I give them a chance. Hey, we've been missing money, or we're missing product. Da-da-da-da. It could even be a cousin of mine. We're missing product or whatever, to see if they're gonna do it again. They do it again, I'm firing them.
Wow.
Whereas a woman will say, "Oh, that's my cousin. Oh, that's my friend. We're best friends." See the emotions? The man is gonna say, "No, this is the betterment for the company. This is better for my family. This is betterment for this way." Emotions cannot be involved. My decisions are first. Men are logical. Women are emotional and internal. Men are external.
Women are very emotional.
Yeah.
I think we got everything.
Yeah. So, do you have any final thoughts?
Yes. Final thoughts for healthy conversations, accountability, understanding, and acceptance in a relationship. All right. It's very hard to hold yourself accountable. It's even harder to find someone to hold you accountable. And you shouldn't need anybody to do that for you. You should hold your own self accountable so that you can understand and accept your place and your partner in that relationship. Healthy conversations help with all that. When you have healthy conversations with your partner, you can now, talk about what it was that went wrong, or what, I'm saying, or even be open to listening what that person is trying to teach you, so that you can help, better yourself, and for obviously, the relationship as well. And that goes for anything, whether it's a romantic relationship, a business partner, with your children, your mother, everything. It's I think the most important thing is learning how to hold yourself accountable, because that is very difficult to do. Once you master that, I think you're good to go.
Yeah. You have good final thoughts on the fly. Usually I write my shit down. So I'm gonna freestyle today. I've always said this, and I will continue to say this. BDSM relationships are the most potent relationships, and the GOAT, the acronym the GOAT, greatest of all time relationships. Because all of these things are in there. When a dom and a sub engage, they are allowing each other into a physical, emotional, psychological space. They grant each other these access, and this thing that's granted transcends parameters of what basic relationships have to offer. So there's more everything. There's more vulnerability on both sides. You're earning each other. When people hear earn in this new generation, this modern era, it's a trigger. It's a curse word. It's what do I bring to the table? Like it's unfamiliar to them. They're in relationships constantly. Got a new man 3 months later, 3 months down the line. Like, a relationship is a privilege it's a privilege to be with somebody else and have somebody provide for you and give you all these things, stability and whatnot. So And these relationships, I believe, are healthy, which is the irony, because a lot of people think, the myth is if you like this type of relationship, you're a psycho.
There's something wrong
You've
with you.
experienced some traumatic in your life or whatever, something horrid. But these relationships are healthier because of all these things, the major components: trust, honesty, loyalty, understanding, accountability, healthy conversations, acceptance, understanding on both parts. So, women have to take accountability as much as the men. I don't agree with the caller. She's entitled to her own opinion. But women got to take more accountability.
More?
Yes, women are at fault for a lot of the relationships not working. It's not the men. Women are at fault. 90% of relationships um were failed due to infidelity, and it's always on the man's part. The women never take accountability because of pride and ego, and they never say, damn, he cheated on me, let me find out why. Let me find out, damn, baby, maybe having a side chick will make our relationship better. Damn, baby, what did I do wrong? Can I do something better? How many women are gonna say that?
Not many.
Exactly. Oh, you cheated on me? I'm working out. Here's divorce. And it's like, women are the problem. I said this in season 1, episode 1. Remember?
Yeah.
What was it?
Should women be more submissive to their husbands, boyfriends, or
Yes.
divorce them?
Yes. And I said in the trailer, I said, this is why I believe a lot of relationships are not successful. The women aren't submissive. If the
Yes,
women
but we've
were
also discussed. I know these are just
yes, you
final
gotta
thoughts.
give your submission to the right man. Yes, you have to.
So
But
then,
once
is it really the women?
yes, it is. You know why? The woman is the one that's choosing. She is the one that's submitting. She's the one that's saying, I'm giving you the reins. So if you're giving the reins and constantly taking the power back and power struggle, you should just walk away. You see what I'm saying? Don't give a man the pussy. Don't give a man your mind. Don't give a man the reins. Don't give a man the leadership if you're going to be this way and then walk out and do all this other stuff. It's dumb. The women are to blame. Women got to take more accountability. Real men take accountability. I'm going to tell you right now, my past relationships didn't work out because of me. I let shit slide too much. I was simping.
Really?
Yes.
I am shocked.
You see what I'm saying? Because nowadays, like, I tell women from the bat, what it is. Now, I'm not trying to do this because I know after sex, women will do anything. That's why I don't tell them that shit after sex. So I tell them right off the bat to let them make a decision. Later down the line, they could see some shit and be like, fuck, I fucked up. I don't care. But I tell them from the beginning, because this is the biggest test. My lifestyle and everything like that, to see how they're going to be. And are they willing
With
to
a
be?
clear mind.
Are they willing to be here? Yes.
Right. Not because after you gave it to them, now they're like, oh, I want this all the time.
Exactly.
Ladies, the notes, man.
I'm putting the food on the table right there. You see what I'm saying? So women can see this and they can make the decision. Oh, I'm gonna trust this guy to lead in all capacity, whatever it is. At that moment, you're giving me the power. You're not walking away easy. Because I'm going to find out why. I only had one woman in my whole life living this lifestyle for 14 years that took her submission away. Then she came back because she realized that her friends was in her ear. Then she came back. I wouldn't allow her to come back unless she cut those friends off. She didn't take the deal. I'm not compromising. You don't want coming back. You see? So technically, women don't take their submission away from me. Women don't walk away from me after they see what I bring to the table and what I provide. So I know this. So I'm not tricking chicks. I'm letting them know, yo, this is what I bring. This is also my lifestyle. I'm a difficult man. It takes special women to be here. Do you got what it takes? Yes or no? Then I let them make the decision. But once they're in here, they're not leaving right away. They got to give me explanations. You want to walk away from me? You got to write me a 2,000-word essay. And I got to approve of it.
Wait, to leave you? Like to walk away?
It's not going to be easy. You see what I'm doing? Now, these women that are submissive, they take accountability.
Mm.
They're not gonna be like, oh, this man cheated and did it. They're gonna admit what they did wrong in the relationship. Oh, I trusted the wrong man. Every submissive I had talked to, she had kept accountability. Regular chicks, vanilla chicks, they don't mention nothing about themselves. Why? Because there's gender privilege. Why? Damn, is this my final thoughts?
Yeah.
I'm fucking preaching. There's gender privilege. There's pretty privilege.
Yeah.
Women think they can't do no wrong.
Mm.
Spoiled chicks think they can't do no wrong.
That's true.
This takes about knowing yourself. This takes about growing up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get older, they don't grow up.
Yep, exactly.
This takes about growing up. This takes about putting your pride and your ego aside. When a dominant does these things for you, understanding, accepts you, you fucked up past, and he still accepts you, that's him putting his pride and ego aside and saying, okay, I'm going to accept this and I see potential to elevate. And you need some discipline and we're going to grow together. That's taking pride. That's putting his pride aside. Taking accountability. If I have a submissive out there and it didn't work out, I failed as a dom. Taking accountability because I'm the leader. I didn't do what I needed to do. I didn't teach her the right way. You see? A submissive is the reflection of her dominant. Don't look at that man. Whenever you look at that woman, you don't need to look at that man. You need to look at that woman and see how she is, see what she, see how she dressed, see how her temperament, see her whatever, her characteristics. And then you can say, that's a man of power. You don't need to find out about him. You need to see how his woman is moving.
That's true.
You see?
You always hear that, yeah.
You see? Because it's the leader. You see? So more people need to take accountability on both ends, but women more. Women are the reason why relationships are fucked up. Yeah. Because women are prone to be more followers than men. Relationship goals, vacation. I want to be like Jay and Beyonce. You're not being like Jay and Beyonce. I want to be a power couple. I'm leaving to go find that. Oh, you're too dominant. Let me get with the beta male because this chick over here says she got control in her relationship and she could have everything. So I want to get with a beta male that's going to do that. You see how women are following? Yes, women are the blame. But men, you know, there's accountability. They got to keep their women in check. They got to do all these things. They got to do the right thing as a man and shit like that. I'm not saying every woman is going to appreciate that stuff. A woman could look at a dominant man and an alpha male and just not know how to treat him, appreciate him.
Yeah, that's true.
So she don't know. You see what I'm saying? So it's on both ends, but the women more.
Okay.
Because women are a lot on the receiving end. Women are the ones that's giving the reins. Women are the one that's trusting more. Women are the ones that's giving the panties more. Women are the one that's getting pregnant more.
I mean, the only ones that
the women are to blame for the relationship. So they got to take more accountability. I don't hear a lot of women taking accountability. I don't want to see posts about your man cheated. I want to know what the fuck you did that made him do that.
Those are good thoughts.
Yeah. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you were tuned in to Discipline Therapy Podcast. Peace.